build that relationship until you get everybody else on the grass. So that's something we have to get to over the next 3 weeks.
And have you been able to see from the wide receiver room what you need to see from that group, and how are they shaping up together?
Yeah, it's still a work in progress. Some guys are taking advantage of the opportunities and some have not, and that's what we wanted to see. Without Terry and Noah getting much, we know what Debo is, and then there's a lot of guys that are trying to earn a roster spot, and so that competition has been good, but I think there's still a lot to show over the next 3 weeks.
Coach, your relationship with Jaden, it looks like he is very good at remembering plays and things like that. Even last year, I don't remember seeing him wear a sleeve or anything like that. Is there something different that you do that's unique to how you know?
No, I wish I could take credit for that. That's God-given. We'll go out to walkthroughs and I'll screw up a play and he'll nail it. So he's a lot more cerebral on that stuff than I am. I think he just has one of those photographic memories. The first time we install it, first time we say it, he can tell you where everybody's going, what they're doing, their job, and so that's a God-given thing, not a coaching thing.
Morning, Kliff. More on Jaden. As he continues to grow and evolve, compared to last year, are you giving him more responsibility or more tasks that not necessarily you didn't do in year one, but now you are implementing in year two? And do you have an example of that?
Yeah, I think just organically really controlling the entire process, mastering the system. He's done a great job. So he's seeing things pre-snap, getting us into different things that maybe he wouldn't have seen last year when it was moving a little bit faster for him. But you definitely see, particularly the protections, really taking pride in getting us slid the right way. And then a lot of the checks that we have in our offense, trying to get us into our best matchup, get us into our best pass play, best run play versus certain looks. He's been all over those this whole camp. So that's a big jump from just trying to execute the play call to really seeing it and getting us in the best situation most times.
Hey, Kliff, going back to Terry real quick, you talk about, gelling with the offense on the grass. How much work are you getting with him in the classroom, and kind of at this point of the season, how high value is that? Is the meeting work? Yeah,
I think, not as much as we would if he was full go, there's no doubt. But I think, like I said, I'm huge on walkthroughs, on practice, things like that, because until you get on the grass and actually do it and feel the timing, feel the depths of routes and things of that nature, I don't know exactly how much you can get out of that. So I think we're kind of at that point to where we need to start getting those guys when they're available out there and gelling and seeing what we are as an offense.
Hey, Kliff, good morning. Wes Welker's a guy you've known for a long, long time. He's listed as in the front office, but we see him out there every day in the field. What exactly is Wes doing for you guys, and what does he bring to a football team? Yeah, he does a lot. I thought DQ had a great thought on that. Adam had a great thought on that. He's helping the defense a lot, bringing an offensive perspective into their room, and then obviously just as a tool for any of the current players and receivers to just bump ideas off of, for me to use for ideas. He's kind of a jack of all trades for us right now, but a guy that's competitive, can share that type of wisdom, those type of stories, the things he's been through with our current team. He's been an incredible addition to us. Yeah. One more thing on Jaden. There's so much that goes into that position that's not football related. I guess, have you seen him handle that side of things? And has there been a change in that, given all that comes out of a guy when you have the success he did in year one? Yeah,
I have not. I mean, he's very laid back, still treats people tremendously well, very attentive in meetings, wants to be great, gets earlier and earlier on his walkthroughs. So if anything, I've seen pretty as much as overall routine and kind of process improve greatly from year one to year two.
Kliff, this might be a weird question for the offensive coordinator, but what have you learned about Joe Witt as a coach, as a leader, just watching his style, the little you get to interact with him? Yeah, very, very competitive. I mean, he wants to win every drill, fully invested. Guy works his tail off. He's up here all hours of the day. And then I like that he's not afraid to adapt to his personnel. And, last year, some injuries, things that happened, trades, he was able to kind of adjust and keep going. And the same with this year. It's always evolving, and it's been really fun to compete against his defense and the challenge of it. But just him as a man, the competitive drive, the leadership, the work ethic, it definitely has impacted me just watching him on a daily basis.
Coach, we talk a lot about Jaden's instinct, but about your instinct. I was watching the documentary on the Kingdom, and they interviewed you about Patrick Mahomes. Your instinct on what you see in a quarterback, even before they get to a point of stardom, like you've been around these. What are you, when you talk about the players' instincts, what are your instincts? What do you look for?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of stuff. I think those are two guys that anybody could have said, hey, they're going to be really good. You know, it wasn't Patrick, when you watch his high school film, it was like unique to anything I've ever seen. He just had a incredible vision of the field. It didn't look like a guy who'd been brought up playing the position in all the different camps and quarterback tutors, but he led and he moved the football. And with Jaden, just watching him in college, his ability to progress was very unique to a lot of college kids. You can set it up in college. A lot of times you get them to their first read and they'll cut it loose. But his ability, with all his natural running ability, to stay in the pocket, progress through, the touch passes, the accuracy, it was just unique to most of the players I've ever scouted. Appreciate it, Coach. Thank y'all.